This is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. Today is May 31st. May 31st, Memorial Day. This is the day we remember our fallen heroes. And there are several I like to give. I like to give some love to. One is my Uncle John. He served over 25 years in the U.S. Army. I also like to give honor to my older brother, Melvin. He served over 20 years in the Air Force. And I have a close buddy of mine. His father served in the military, World War II. I believe he's in the Pacific Theater. And so I like to give honor and respect to those fallen heroes and so many others that I know and some that I've served with, because I served a couple of years in the U.S. Army Reserve. But I in particular want to show my love and respect and honor to a veteran. His name is Mr. Isaac Semont. I was introduced to him through a friend of mine, dear friend of mine. I've known her for over 8 years now. And I developed a great love and respect for him through his daughter. The stories she told me, many of the things she told me about him. I wish I had a few more conversations with him. I had 2, 3 conversations with him. Each time I was very, very nervous, very, very nervous. And so I know a couple of times, I know initially that guy must have thought, this boy's a total idiot. And yeah, I probably was a total idiot. I am a total idiot. I'm not very good with the social graces. I never go into etiquette school or anything like that. But I want him and his family to know that I have a deep love and respect for him. And all my stupidity was out of, I don't want to say fear, but I was extremely nervous. But there were a couple of times, Mr. Semont really made an effort to sort of calm me down. I guess he just viewed that this guy's a doofus. I gotta be patient with him. And he was. And I'll never forget one conversation we had. It was really good. I felt great. And one of the most beautiful things he ever said to me was, "Hey, we'll talk again. We'll talk again soon. We'll probably talk tomorrow." And that made my day. And there's another time when he was in my friend's house. She has a beautiful home down in Texas, and she has some family members over. And there he was. There's Mr. Semont with his 3 sons. And I was in total awe. I was in total awe. You should have just seen the body language. You should have just heard him and heard his sons. I immediately thought of Moses and his 3 sons. It was like God had said, look, I want to give you a glimpse of Moses, who he was and what he was about. And he did that right there in that house in Texas with Mr. Semont when he was surrounded by his 3 sons. It was one of the most beautiful moments I've ever experienced in my life. So that's all I wanted to do, just to give my honor, love to fallen heroes that I knew of, my Uncle John, my brother, and my other buddy's father, and to give particular tribute to Mr. Isaac Semont. Died recently. Total shock to me. Folks, let me tell you something. Don't ever take life for granted. I just assumed I'd be seeing the guy again sometime. And I should have been more aggressive in sending him letters and even trying to talk to him over the phone. I did send him some letters and some gifts. And the last time I literally was in his presence, but, of course, hindsight's 100%. I should have done more, and I should have been a little bit more aggressive. Because he was a great man. Just a great man. He served his country, he served God through his local church, and he served his family. man's just, he's a real hero, a legend, and a wonderful human being. And if I could just be just 10% of what he was, I'd be, I'd be a good man too. He was phenomenal. I just wanted to say my respect to him. This is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host.